Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, brings a fresh chill to the beloved franchise, blending nostalgia with new thrills. Directed by Gil Keenan, the film successfully extends the universe established in Ghostbusters: Afterlife with a cold, supernatural twist. Plot summary. 3 years after the Somerville events, Callie Spengler, her boyfriend Gary Gruberson, her children Trevor and Phoebe, and their close friends Lucky Domingo and Podcast relocate to New York City. They join Winston Zeddemore and Ray Stantz to re-establish the Ghostbusters. Their triumphant ghost capture in Hell's Kitchen reignites the city's excitement, but the victory is short-lived. Walter Peck, the Ghostbusters' longtime adversary and now the mayor of New York City, threatens to shut them down. To appease him, Callie reluctantly removes underage Phoebe from the team, leaving her heartbroken. Seeking comfort, Phoebe plays chess in a nearby park and befriends Melody, the ghost of a teenage girl who died in a fire. Meanwhile, Ray and Podcast are busy collecting cursed objects and encounter Nadim Razmati, who sells them a strange brass orb with ritual markings inherited from his grandmother. Ray suspects it is an apotropaic trap and, during testing, the orb emits a cold wave that travels to the Ghostbusters firehouse, damaging the nearly full ecto-containment unit. Winston takes the orb to his privately owned paranormal research center, run by Dr. Lars Pinfield. Using an experimental extraction device, Lars is unable to extract any spiritual energy from the orb. To learn more, he joins Trevor and Lucky to visit Nadim, who reveals that his grandmother had kept the orb hidden within a brass-lined chamber. Peter Venkman is brought in to help and discovers that Nadim has latent pyrokinetic powers. Ray, accompanied by Phoebe and Podcast, visits Dr. Hubert Wartsky, a New York Public Library research librarian. Wartsky explains that the orb was built millennia ago by 4 sorcerers called the Fire Masters to imprison Garaka, a phantom god who sought to conquer the world with an undead army using Kushirid Emoti, the power to kill by fear itself. They learn that Nadim's grandmother belonged to the lineage of Fire Masters, one of whom prevented Garaka from escaping the orb in 1904 during a mock ritual conducted by members of the Manhattan Adventurers Society, whom Garaka froze to death. Garaka was confined in the orb due to being vulnerable to brass combined with fire and lacking his devil horns, which augment his powers. When the trio attempts to stop a ghost from stealing a phonographic recording of the club's ritual, Peck exploits Phoebe's involvement to shut down the Ghostbusters. After a heated argument with Gary and her mother, Phoebe runs away and takes Melody to Winston's research center. There, she uses his extraction equipment to project herself as a ghost for 2 minutes so the pair can physically interact. Melody reveals she had been secretly working with Garaka, who had promised her passage to the afterlife. By controlling Phoebe's disembodied spirit, Garaka forces her physical body to recite the ritual chant. He escapes, locates his horns, and begins freezing the city. Realizing that Garaka will free the ghosts in the containment unit, the Ghostbusters gather to defend their headquarters, aided by Nadim, who dons the Fire Master brass armor kept by his grandmother and attempts to master his powers. Garaka overpowers them and breaches the containment unit. In a final stand, Phoebe electroplates her proton pack with brass to strengthen it. Melody, betrayed by Garaka, atones by helping Nadim utilize his powers to weaken Garaka. Ray, with help from his fellow veteran Ghostbusters, captures Garaka by improvising the ruptured containment unit as a giant trap. Melody reconciles with Phoebe before departing for the afterlife to reunite with her family. As the city thaws, the Ghostbusters are hailed as heroes again, with Peck forced to support the team and reinstate Phoebe. The Ghostbusters begin pursuing escaped ghosts across New York City, ready to face whatever supernatural challenges come their way. In a mid-credit scene, a trucker gets out of his Stay Puft Marshmallows branded truck to purchase from a vending machine, only for the mischievous Mini Puffs to steal his vehicle in his absence. Characters and performances. McKenna Grace shines as Phoebe, bringing both intelligence and vulnerability to her role. Paul Rudd returns as the lovable Mr. Gruberson, providing comic relief and heart. Newcomers to the franchise also deliver strong performances, adding fresh dynamics to the team. The legacy cast makes impactful appearances, paying homage to the original films without overshadowing the new generation. Visuals and effects. The special effects are impressive, with the icy visuals creating a chilling atmosphere that feels both otherworldly and dangerously real. The ghost designs are innovative and creepy, enhancing the horror comedy balance that the series is known for. The frozen cityscape of New York is a visual treat, blending the familiar urban environment with eerie, glacial elements. Direction and writing. Gil Kenan's direction maintains a steady pace, balancing action, humor, and emotional beats effectively. The screenplay, co-written by Kenan and Jason Reitman, pays respect to the franchise's roots while exploring new themes and character arcs. The story delves into the idea of legacy and the burden of following in the footsteps of legendary Ghostbusters, making it relatable for both old fans and new viewers. Music and sound. The score, composed by Dario Marianelli, complements the film's tone perfectly, mixing iconic musical cues from the original films with new, haunting melodies. The sound design heightens the tension during ghost encounters and adds to the overall immersive experience. Conclusion. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire is a worthy addition to the franchise, offering a blend of nostalgia and innovation. It captures the spirit of the original films while introducing fresh elements that keep the story engaging. Fans of the series will appreciate the nods to past films, while newcomers will enjoy the thrilling, icy adventure. It's a fun, spooky ride that proves the Ghostbusting legacy is in good hands. Rating: 4 out of 5 stars. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.